Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach him to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. This summer, my media team witnessed this proverb in action with the veterans in the Built for More program at the Warriors and Quiet Waters Ranch in Bozeman, Montana. Inspired to apply to the military myself, I now see the lessons that we took away extended far beyond our cameras. The real impact is in the voices of the veterans themselves.
So what inspired you personally to get involved with Warriors and Quiet Waters?
I joined the Army late in life. I enlisted at the age of 40 and a half. I'd always wanted to serve. I was a photographer and a writer at the time. I didn't realize that the Army actually had photographers. I joined, and what I learned very quickly in the Army is that it's better to be useful than to be special. When you want to be special, you want everyone to look at you. When you want to be useful, you want to be helping other people. And you learn that in the service. When I go into combat and I would take the last picture of a son that a mother would ever see, 15 minutes before he's killed, and that's the last time that the family touches that person, they value that more than anything I've ever given somebody. And so when I got out, I wanted to continue that mission, because the mission is supporting those who serve.
What is the mission of Warriors and Quiet Waters?
So our mission at Warriors and Quiet Waters is to empower post 9/11 combat veterans and their loved ones to thrive and live purpose-driven lives through peak experiences in nature and evidence-based programs that enable growth, discovery, connection, and community. We bring all of the participants in our Built for More program out to Montana to do just that. Whether it's through fly fishing, archery hunting, or photography, it helps them to create a roadmap forward and define the life that they want to lead. You know, at the core, veterans are drawn to service, and Built for More helps them carve out how their unique purpose and service can make an impact in their community and our nation at large.
So on the first day they come out, we're gonna give them all their gear, introduce them to everybody that's gonna be around for the week, and then we start with talking about some physical wellness components. So we're talking about nutrition, movement, mindfulness. We start with recreation for a purpose, where we really try to emphasize the benefits of nature. We talk about journaling. That conversation is really interesting because it's the first time that they're telling each other their stories, often where they start coming together and recognizing, like, yeah, we have a lot in common. It's harder to feel isolated if 3 other people mention that they have the similar problem. So it really helps kind of start bringing them together. So it's kind of a call to action to really get them thinking about, like, okay, when I go home now, what am I gonna do?
Being somebody who has been through a lot of the experience of military and combat, if you keep stuff bottled up, it's really easy to recognize somebody who does. So it's almost like an instant bonding. One of the things we did yesterday was we sat down and did one-on-ones, and we're kind of talking about that. And I had 2 lines that is, 1, I am enough, and 2, I can do it. I am where I am in life because of the core I had being in the Marine Corps. I know I can accomplish any mission. I know I can go out there and accomplish anything. Anything I put my mind to, I can get done. I know that it has created such a foundation in me that I will be successful in anything else.
I spent 28 years in the Army, 4 deployments, 2 to Iraq, 2 to Afghanistan. In the Army, it's all about the person next to you, taking care of others, taking care of your subordinates, completing the mission. One of the things that we forget sometimes after so many years, especially me being a general surgeon, is healing ourselves. The Built for More program, they help you find your sense of purpose and your new tribe. We all got here and we got our equipment and we were already sharing more than I would share with a stranger on day 1. And we did some guided meditations in the afternoon, which were just spectacular for relaxing. I learned to fly fish, and I found that it is so peaceful fly fishing. It's been a big part of my healing process.
What's unique about the photography program, I would say, are 2 things. One is the student to instructor ratio. In the past, it's been 1-to-1. So we bring in world-class combat photographers. They're all retired, and we pair each one with a student. The other thing that sets us apart is that if you complete the program, you get to keep the photography equipment we issue you. And it's a brand new mirrorless camera, because what we found is if you don't start with adequate gear, people just don't continue to get better when they go home. The bigger picture is some of the people who come in here are truly inspiring, and you have to ask yourself, where does that come from? How are you able to not only get up every morning, but you are doing life really well?
It's all about the mission. It's all about the warriors. Every veteran has their own story. I want them to be peaceful. while they're here. I want them to feel like they belong. This place isn't about fly fishing. It's about bringing peace to these guys.
So I was brought into this program by a friend, neighbor, fishing buddy who said, this program's for you. And you know, so far he's right. I have other people in my life who, when they're ready, I would love to have them be a part of it. I've been talking to them about you gotta find your new joy. For me, this is it. I had faith that these people would hold my hand and get me where I needed to be. And it's that faith in others and trusting others that is something we have to learn over and over again.
Giving people, we like to say memories, I think it's just the easy way to talk about it. But what it really is, I think, is that, like say you're filming someone and you give them the video, they have the ability to look at themselves from the outside and critique themselves and maybe even admire themselves. But it's that unique ability to see your own life from the outside so that you can get a second perspective. And when you give someone either film or pictures, they get that second perspective that we all need so much. By being here and talking to all these veterans, I got to understand what I was a part of and what my family was a part of, what my kids were a part of.
We have a strategic plan in place that by 2030 we want to double the number of warriors that we're able to serve on an annual basis. Warriors who participate in our program do completely free of charge. So, you know, donors are the people who make what we do possible. They are the heartbeat of what we do here. You can obviously donate online, but we do have some fun events too that are just a great experience. So I encourage people to check out our website for all the different ways to get involved and support our mission.
Our program is about continued education. You know, we could take someone out and just catch a fish. We want to teach them what to do and how to do it so they can bring that home with them. I look at people that we've had that have major injuries where they've lost multiple limbs, and when they show up and they go, oh, I can't fly fish, you know, I don't have an arm. We always find a way for amputees, and to see them go, wow, I might not go fly fishing in Bozeman, Montana again, but what's next and what can I do now? And so this inspiring path has been very motivating for me. I feel I've got a large network of friends and family spread all over. You know, I've got a newfound family. You know, to all the veterans that have come, thank you for all your service, thank you for the continued service, and they'll be serving for the rest of their lives.
Oh, nut! That's a brookie, baby! A very big one! That was awesome. I forgot what we were talking about. I need a nut!